Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude at Beyond Mystic, and welcome to this pay-per-view update for you guys here today. Please give me a 5x5 if I'm coming through okay. And thank you so much, everyone, for all of your patience. Now, first, before we start the show, read the ticker tape. Do not load my Beyond Mystic website today. Please be patient. It's up and running now, but please don't load it now. So I'll give you something else to chew on for the moment here. But please, as you're logging in here, give us a chance here to get through today. Today is critical for us in terms of balancing the load on the server after what happened yesterday. Okay, I see the 5x5. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Now, I promised I would give you something to chew on today, and Cliff has been cool enough here to produce another video, actually two videos since yesterday, to kind of offset here some of your expectations and some of the anticipation to this amazing pay-per-view video Cliff and I recorded yesterday, which of course we got some issues with. I'll explain that in the moment. But in the meantime, again, try not to load my site for now. Hold on a little bit here, and there's enough here to chew on Cliff's new BitChute channel here that he created a couple of months ago. So right now, Art of Woo, go check out that video, and the one from today, Freaky Woo as well. It'll give you a little bit of context as to that episode from yesterday. It should tide you over until at least maybe tomorrow. I hope we'll be back up 100%, which right now, we're holding strong, we're steady, but you have to understand it's pretty much being held together by what do you call it? Chicken wire and duct tape, or what's called baling wire and duct tape. Hi, Patriot 219. Thank you. All right, so let me explain what happened yesterday, or at least what the hosting service provider believes happened yesterday. So let me just go back to my poster here for a second. So CryptoNana says, thanks, JC. Yes, absolutely. And thank you to Cliff for taking some of the pressure off here, because of course there's huge demand to see this interview, and the more you guys are trying to log on my site to see it, the more it's creating problems in conjunction with another problem that seemed to have occurred at the same time. So thank you again, Cliff, for all you do here and supporting me and the Beyond Mystic audience, and also for producing all of this amazing material. So guys, again, if you're just joining me now, go check out Freaky Woo for now. Should tide you over as we finish fixing all the little broken things in the back end there, so that you can get back access to the Big Woo Beyond Alta pay-per-view that we recorded yesterday. Okay, Persa says, thank you, Jean-Claude. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let me read two possible explanations that were sent to us by the hosting server. So the first one, so basically it says two possible explanations for increased number of simultaneous connections. One is what they call a DOS attack, which is the denial of service attack. Now you have to understand, some of you said, oh, you know, GC, you're running a Mickey Mouse operation. Okay, sure, good enough. At the same time, you remember last year, the IRS was also down for a couple of days for exactly that, a DOS attack. So nobody's immune to these denial of service attacks, especially when there's brute force applied to them. Now, typically, these are of short or medium-term duration. And once that's addressed, the ports are closed and measures are put in place, typically everything goes back to normal, which is what we tried to attempt yesterday night. And the site was back up maybe for 5 minutes. And so I have to thank Joe, Jason at 4 here, for helping me out quite a bit here, both last night, during the night, and this morning. We haven't stopped here making sure that we were fixing here what was broke in the back end. So a big thank you and a big shout out to Jason at 4. Now, so going back to the two possibilities, there's the denial of service attack, and there's also what they call which is a malicious attempt to bring down a website, or the second part was a /dot effect, which is an unexpected increase in traffic thanks to a link from a very popular site. Now, of course, Cliff High is actually very, very popular, and I had been promoting this 2 days before. And on top of that, a bunch of you had been retweeting this episode here over and over since Friday and Saturday, which did create, in fact, a huge demand compared to all of our other pay-per-views. Very similar, though, close to the Janine episodes, especially the Beyond Crypto Woo, which are absolutely blockbusters, and same one with Jim Willie. But something weird happened this weekend where it just tipped the scales. And so far, the hosting provider has not ruled out the DOS attack at the same time here as maybe the /DOS effect. So at least they haven't sent that to me and Joe, so we don't know. So again, if you're just tuning in, please just be patient. We're fixing this in the background. And what's happening tomorrow, actually, let me backtrack. A couple of days ago, I believe it was Thursday, I made an update video letting you know that I was about to move the site to an even bigger platform with load balancers or more load balancers. And I was expecting this because we're trying to implement the fix to bring over all of the Patreon members directly into the site. And our web development team was looking at my traffic already, and they said, JC, you're doing really well with what you have now, but when you bring more people over and at the rate that you're increasing the number of clients that are paying for the pay-per-view stuff, you're going to need a way bigger outfit. And so we were already putting into motion moving my website to a different server, which was supposed to happen sometime next week. Now, I've asked them to accelerate that over the weekend to address some of the problems that we just faced. So hopefully, and again, this is out of my control. There's a bunch of people in Vancouver, everywhere around the world here trying to fix this. So we're going there. We have a line of sight. We're going through that. And right now the site is stable, but it's just barely holding on even with the traffic as is right now. So please, again, appreciate it if you guys can take a little breather and maybe go check out some episodes from Cliff here, who's trying to take off the pressure of that steam that's been boiling into a high steam here in the last 2 days. So really, really sorry, guys, this is happening. I was excited to bring this interview to you guys, but shit happens. And this is where we're at. And this is why, like, you have to understand also, my website was never designed to do what it's doing now. It was originally designed to basically have an outlet for the censorship on YouTube when I got deleted the first time. And so I had reacted by creating that pay-per-view site, the private service stuff, in reaction to all of that. And so it was never something that I thought long-term ahead in terms of a planning strategy. I was reacting. And so you'll understand that when you're reacting, you're not necessarily making the best decision in order to be able to scale with growth. I was fixing problems. And as you know, I've had a lot of problems in the last couple of weeks here, including now Patreon, which is the latest problem that I have to deal with and readjust the way I'm delivering my products to you guys. So, again, so if you've been following me in the last couple of weeks here, none of this is new to you. You understand it's the name of the game. But what's also happening and what's really interesting is that Cliff was also reporting yesterday in this show here that he's also experiencing a form of censorship now on BitChute. And I was like, wait, what? I thought BitChute was safe. And well, yes, it is in the fact that they're not deleting his videos. But what's happening is that other countries are petitioning BitChute to not let their citizens view Cliff's videos. And I won't say which one here, and I don't want to trigger anything. And the accusation was that he was inciting violence. Now, does that seem familiar to you? That's exactly what they accused Janine and I of doing on Patreon. So you can see how this is a coordinated attack. So in some countries right now, some of these videos that Cliff is producing on his BitChute are not accessible by the population. So it is a form of censorship now creeping in also at the BitChute level. So again, highlighting the reason why we have this paid private server in the back end that we're trying to develop for you guys so that we don't have to deal with all of this stuff. And in this video, again, here too, we talk about the fact that this censorship is just going to get worse, at least for the near future here, as we're going through all of this turmoil, which is explained in this video. So that's what we're at, and that's what we're fighting up against, and we're all in this together. And I really appreciate you guys supporting me, being patient here over the next day or two, hopefully max, until the load balancers are set in. So we've asked for some reinforcements, so to speak. And in the meantime, Joe and I are holding the line here throughout the night and throughout the day until our reinforcements show up. So this is the war we're fighting. We're on this front now, and we're not letting go. So all right, guys. Now, again, if you're just joining in now, look at the ticker tape here. It says, please stop. Do not load the Beyond Mystic site for now. Please wait. Please be patient. In the meantime, I know you're excited to see this show. And also, I know you're excited to see the next Beyond Crypto Woo report with Janine. There's a delay in that show. So she and I were supposed to record today. Let me see if I can bring it up without... Okay, so we're still here. Every time I turn on the site, I can, okay, are we still here? Yes, we're still here. Okay, so again, don't load the site. I'm showing this for you for a reason. So this Beyond Crypto Woo that Janine and I were supposed to record today is now been delayed because of this last series of potential DOS attack and Slashdot effect. So Janina and I are probably going to try to recover tomorrow and put that file back up for you guys. One, I'm extremely busy holding the back end right now, so I didn't really have time to record the interview with Janine. And two, my buddy Joe was saying, don't add more stress to the system. And this is a very, very popular episode, so hold off before you put that back on the site right now as well until we get our reinforcements. And same thing goes here with the next Jim Willie episode, which is supposed to be on the 27th. That might be delayed by a day or two as well, depending on how quickly we implement the load balancers and get all of this top notch and running up to speed. Okay. So guys, I again, thank you so much. I appreciate all your love, all your support this weekend. I really needed to read some of your positive messages because, man, I'm close to my limit here of dealing with all of this crap and having to fix everything that somebody else is breaking in the background. So it's been some tough couple of weeks here, actually. So thank you so much, everyone. So let me look at the yes, everyone go to Cliff's site, BitChute, to watch those. So let's go back here. And Cliff, again, if you're just coming in, I see the numbers growing here every second. So if you're just joining us now, we're talking about the issue we had this weekend with our pay-per-view episode, which was entitled Beyond Alta, the Big Woo. A lot happened there over the weekend. I don't want to repeat that, but just let it be known that if you've already registered for this, you have a link and a password, just please wait. It's all going to work, but just please don't overload the system, as we are still today waiting for the enforcement or reinforcement of our load balancers for tomorrow. Okay. So in the meantime, please go check out these last two videos that Cliff has produced to take over some of the, how do you say that? Like an escape valve here for some of this theme building up and the anticipation building up on our website. So Cliff has produced these two videos here in the last 2 days for you guys. So that's bitchute.com. Yeah, I guess you can see that here. So bitchute.com/Cliff_high. And you can see that here on the screen if you go search that on. I won't put the links here too, because we might get some trouble with that as well. So just go search Cliff_high here on BitChute, and you'll find these last two videos. And if you hadn't seen this one, which was the precursor to Cliff and I recording on Saturday, start there. Start with the TP Woo. It explains the tipping point that we are at now. For all intents and purposes, the Great Awakening was July 24th as we were recording our Paper Woo episode. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Let me see. Excellent show. Just done watching it minutes ago. Thank you, Lakeside Laura. And again, please, guys, hold off. There's a lot there. Please hold off. I don't want it to break again here today. So, and if it does, it does. But I really hope I don't give Joe any more problems this weekend. Poor guy, he's been at it all weekend and all night. So, I really appreciate it if you guys could just take it a break. It's all going to be there tomorrow. Don't worry, you haven't lost anything. All your access code will work again tomorrow. Padisa, JC, I really appreciate everything you do. We'll continue saying prayers. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, everybody, please join me in that. Or please join Parisa in that. Really appreciate it. We need all the dose right now. Thank you, Lakeside Laura. Yes. Squinty, crying face. Yeah, I didn't know whether to cry, laugh, or, because I went live yesterday to tell you, okay, guys, go watch this episode. And of course, within a few minutes, it just, everything went berserk. So, yeah. It keeps Joe out of trouble. Yeah, when he's busy, it keeps him out of trouble. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you saw that, but he did a great video this morning too. So why don't we let off some steam and go to that as well? Realist News. I know it's Jason at 42, I think now, right? Jason at 42. There you go. Go check out this last episode here. Let me bring the link down for you guys. Yeah. I'm like, right. So hold on. Again, I'm not going to read any of that here. Joe's got bigger balls than I do. So apparently he sends his balls more frequently than I do. And yes, folks, that was the coupon code also to the Cliff High episode. In order to make that episode free, your coupon code is Sun Your Balls Glen Heights. Okay. And that was our gift to you. Even though that's not free to me, by the way, we're paying for the bandwidth. And now, actually, I want to tell you this. I was talking to Penny Kelly just last week about, she's kind of in the same place as I am in terms of growing pains and having to get more and more backup and bigger server capacity for her audience as well. And she was quoted the next level up to what she is now, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. And she's like, oh my God, JC, I can't pay that. Like that's more than half my revenue. Just for the server space. So there is cost associated, guys, with the censorship war that we're in. This is why they're doing what they're doing. They're trying to strangle us so that we don't have any place or no capacity to put these truths out there. And again, this video with Cliff will explain to you why this truth is so dangerous to the narrative right now. So it is what it is. We're going through all of this together. And again, really, really appreciate, guys, all of your support and all of the prayers. Absolutely. Okay. JC, just to be safe, when can we watch? Should we wait for... I didn't want to do that, John. I was hoping that naturally, gradually, people would just kind of go back gently and watch the episode. If you can hold off a day, now that you're asking, John, well, can we do that? If you could just hold off a day, I'll know tomorrow morning the status of the load balancers. And that's going to be probably noon my time, so noon Eastern. So I could come out tomorrow afternoon. Wait, I'm recording an SSP show. Is that at 3 p.m.? Yeah, I could come out tomorrow afternoon and give you another update and let you know, okay, coast is clear, or maybe we have to wait another day. Actually, that's a good idea, John. So thank you for bringing that up. I don't want to do that, but at the same time, it would help me out a great deal here if we could just cool our jets and wait a little bit. So it's not just you guys wanting to watch this episode. It's all of the other pay-per-view stuff, including the last Janine episode, which absolutely exploded. Again, everything's happening at the same time and people know it. And now they're absolutely hungry for this information because we know something is just around the corner and we're all trying to figure it out. So maybe one of the words of advice that Cliff provided in this video here, the Beyond Alta, the Big Woo, was really, really take your time to analyze what you're seeing. We're being manipulated, lied to, obfuscated, all of that. Like it's just compounding tactics that are being used to confuse us right now. So take your time, digest, look, and when people are prompting you to respond or to act, just hold off and just wait, breathe, and pay attention to what's really happening before you decide how to act. I think that was one of the big episode takeaways here, and it was great advice from Cliff, and I'm delivering it here to you guys again before you get to see this episode here. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to the chat. Woo-woo growing pains. Yeah, again, that's what the censorship is trying to do, right? And that's also what Patreon is trying to do. It's trying to starve us so that we can't do this. And because they know, like, here's the thing. For the people out there who are saying, hey, you're running a Mickey Mouse operation, I would say, well, I don't have the bazillions of dollars of the deep state like CNN does and all of these other platforms do. I just don't. Neither does Joe, neither does Cliff, neither does Penny Kelly. We're just, regular people trying to do our best here to provide this information. And they sure aren't making it easy, especially in the last month, and especially for me here too. As you know, it's been a rock and roll couple of weeks here. Okay. Mélanie. Hey, JC. Caught you from Maine. Love all your shows. Merci. I appreciate that. Really do. Thank you so much. I wonder what happens behind the clouds when it's cloudy. Like what? Oh yeah, go check out Behind the White Wall from Penny Kelly. So while we're here too, and you guys are hungry for information, here's something else you guys can go and watch to satiate your appetite. Penny Kelly, I believe this was on her YouTube and not on her Patreon. There you go, the White Wall. Okay, so again here, she's tying in quite a few things that Cliff was also alluding to. So we're all getting these bits of pieces towards this huge puzzle we're looking at. So go check out this one here. Let me bring that down in the live chat as well. There you go. So you've got a few things to chew on here before my site is fully ready for all the traffic again. Okay, guys, anything else you have for me here? Otherwise, I need to get back to answering the gazillion emails, comments everywhere. And please, folks, okay, if you're just watching this now, don't email me to tell me you have problems. I know. We're just trying to fix them now. And you're just clogging the server for the people who actually are trying to get me for other reasons. So please cool off on the emails and the comments. Although I appreciate it, I love you guys. Please maybe just cool off right there too on all the comments too. All right, I really appreciate that. Okay, Sage says it's amazing. Yes, Behind the White Wall, and this relates to. I won't even mention it. It's going to create more problems. Okay, so let's just move on. Ronnie says, thank you, JC. Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate that. John says, please don't stress. Thank you. I appreciate that too. It's, yeah, you can see from the bag under my eyes here. I haven't really slept in the last 2 days here. But, you know, it is what it is. We're in this, again, it's the tipping point, and it's very crucial. And each and every one of you are crucial in this fight also. So if I'm here standing up and holding the line, you guys have to do the same thing, whether that's with your friends, your families, your coworkers, your neighbors. You got to hold that line, because we're at that moment now. We're at that tipping point, which Cliff was talking about in the Tippy Woo episode here. Okay, so go check that out and stand with me to hold that line. That's what we need to do right now. All right, Nikki says, thank you, Jean-Claude. Merci beaucoup. All you need is love, love, love. I love that song. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you, JC. Merci beaucoup, Aspiring Alchemist. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, JC. Thank you, sir. Keep wooing. Woo, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. And thank you, JC. Cliff was great as usual. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for everything, JC. Thank you. Thank you, Hank. Appreciate that. Phil, JC, you should start streaming on the Theta Network. Yeah, got some problems there as well. Again, you're not escaping this. Anywhere you go. And not just that, I'm going to make another video about this tomorrow. We are each assigned a battlefield. Theta is just one of them. YouTube is one, BitChute is one, and we all have a frequency and a mission to accomplish. So if everybody goes on Theta, we're all abandoning the battlefield here on YouTube. So think about that for a moment, right? So everybody who tells me, go over here. No, wait a second here. We all know what we're doing and why we're doing the things we're doing, and why we are persistent. Those of us who are being called to do this, we understand what's really going on here. So I'll probably make another video about that tomorrow if I have time. Okay, guys? I appreciate the point of view. I understand where you're coming from, but there's more than meets the eye here. Okay. Very true, JC. Nikki, thank you so much. Jen is done. Thank you so much. Who's that? Beth? The Peace? Be the Peace. Yeah, Jen. Yes, right, exactly. Jen gets it. Okay. Okay, so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support. Thank you for being patient. Please, if you're just watching this now, hold the line until tomorrow before we try to log. Actually, before I come back on and let you know, coast is clear. The site is fully ready for all of this traffic again, and we've closed all of the potential cracks in the shield that may have been a result of a DOS attack. So that's still underway as well. So we're being cautiously optimistic here today, and we're going to try to hold the line here until tomorrow. So wait for me tomorrow. I'll put up right after this show another poster to let you know what time tomorrow I will be coming back on live for you guys for a quick update. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support, and we'll see you soon. And again, go check out these last couple of videos from Cliff. All right, guys, take care.